Baku played host to the latest in a captivating series between the Baku Fires and the Astana Arlans. Between them, finalists in 4 of the last 5 runnings of the WSB. Kazakhstan, of course, reigning champions. They'd beaten the Baku Fires back in January by 4 matches to 1 and were favourites with a quality squad coming into this one. Getting things underway at lightweight, 60 kilograms was Zakir Safulan, who had to endure a tricky first round against the young 20-year-old Nasruddin Mamedov. The switch hitter started well, taking in the opening 3 minutes, and then the strength of Safulan started to take over as the bout progressed. Power punching, body shots, Safulan showed just about everything, the sort of form that had taken him to 2 WSB wins last season. That included a semi-final success against Russia before coming up against the Cuban Alvarez in the final. Heavy shots, power punching, and he was simply too much. Safulan it was who gave the Astana Arlans a bright start. They were 1-0 up then, and he handed the baton over to the experienced Olza Satabayev, who was up against the 24-year-old Magomed Ibiev. Ibiev had his moments, and some eye-catching punches, just too few of them, and having lost all 3 of his WSB encounters in season 5, he was up against it with the talented Satabayev on a roll. Satabayev picking his punches, simply too good, and a bright start to his new campaign gave the Astana Arlans a 2-0 lead. Crucial then, the third bout at welterweight at 69 kilograms, a debutant Tamerlan Abdullayev up against Aslanbek Shambergenov. It was bout of the night. Despite his relative inexperience, Abdullayev on the back foot picked his punches perfectly to race to a couple of rounds advantage before an onslaught from Shambergenov in the closing rounds. Both men landed eye-catching punches, and despite being docked a point in the third round, Abdullayev, who was under pressure throughout the closing 6 minutes, managed to hang on and get the decision. 2-1 then, the scoreline in favour of the Arlans, and there was hope yet with some of the big men still to come for the Baku Fires. Next up at light heavyweight at 81 kilograms, the experienced Belarusian Mikhail Dahalievets. He was fancied to get the better of Nurdalat Zhamanov. This one was bubbling up beautifully until a clash of heads in the second round created a horrid cut on the forehead of Dahalievets. That robbed us of a grandstand finish, Zhamanov getting the nod in the end, and that bout brought to a premature ending. So no miracle comeback then for the Baku Fires. The question now was, in the bout between Makhmudov and Beksitov, who would win and what the finishing scoreline would be. Beksitov, who was a newcomer to the WSB on this night, celebrating his 25th birthday. But he walked on to several uppercuts in the second round, and although it was nip and tuck through the first 3 rounds, as the bout progressed, it was the experience of Makhmudov that started to show. A hellish right uppercut had Beksitov almost on his face, the gum shield out, and although he was up at 5 and ready to carry on, his corner threw in the towel. Second successive win of the new season for Makhmudov, 6 on the bounce for him in the WSB, and with the towel coming in, that would be a consolation point for the Baku Fires on the night. The crucial point in what's going to be a desperately tight Group D, the Arlans winning again against the Baku Fires by 3-2.